Hi, I'm Elena Books and I'm an Associate Professor at the University of Leeds in the UK. In this video abstract, I will give you a quick summary of our paper in Environmental Research Letters. In the paper, we examine what the best options are for compensating people for socially unjust distributional impacts of carbon taxes. Globally, we are of course already experiencing a climate emergency, and we need to act very fast to bring emissions down to net zero before 2050. Many climate change policy packages propose higher taxes on carbon emissions or energy to speed up this process. The problem with taxes on home energy or motor fuels is that they are often regressive, which means that they burden low-income households more than high-income households relative to their income. This is often considered unfair, which makes such taxes unpopular and more difficult to adopt and implement. In the paper, we compare two options for compensating disadvantaged people for regressive impacts of carbon taxes: equal per capita tax rebates and vouchers for renewable electricity and public transport. In the rebate scenario, the revenue from the carbon taxes is redistributed to everyone in society on an equal per capita basis. In the voucher scenario, everyone in society receives an equal amount of free green electricity or free public transport, which they can then trade if needed, and the amount is equivalent to the tax rebate amount. In this model, governments make extra investments to expand the generation of renewable electricity and public transport to meet increased demand. In the paper, we calculate impacts of each of these options on carbon emissions, the distribution of financial gains and losses, and on fuel and transport poverty. We calculate averages for 27 European countries based on the EU household budget surveys and emissions from Exia-base. We find that taxes with green vouchers, which are the highlighted bars, have the largest emission savings compared to just taxes, the first bars, or tax and rebates, which are the second bars in each panel. This is because green voucher schemes provide people directly with green living options, which replace previous high carbon consumption. When we look at distributional impacts, both the tax rebates and the vouchers reverse the regressive impacts of carbon taxes, and both of them benefit low-income households more than high-income households. Our results also show that taxes and tax and rebate schemes, the first two bars in each panel, increase overall fuel and transport poverty in all 27 European countries. In contrast, the voucher schemes reduce fuel and transport poverty. There are three main takeaway points from this paper. First, carbon taxes on home energy and motor fuels need to be combined with compensation schemes to reverse regressive impacts. Second, both equal per capita rebates and equal per capita green vouchers can successfully reverse regressive impacts of carbon taxes. However, thirdly, green voucher schemes are much more effective than cash rebates in reducing emissions and reducing fuel and transport poverty if they are supported by a rapid expansion of renewable electricity generation and public transport infrastructure. So they come out as the winning compensation option in this paper.